Let this sit for a minute. How's everybody doing? What's up, Grave? How you doing? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start this. My original plan was just to kind of shoot from the hip on this, um, but I decided to make a prepared statement for it because it will keep me on track and will probably is the best way for me to express my thoughts in a complete sense. Because when I don't stay on message, I usually just my shit turns into nonsense. Um, So here goes. Here's my statement on it. We miss playing Shannon for sure. So here we go. 2 years ago, we released our latest album, Wastelands. Anyone who has listened to Wastelands knows that it is a deeply political album. During the writing process, I would look up to see news footage of white supremacists waving Nazi flags, marching down streets, chanting racist phrases that included "All Lives Matter." This phrase was created by white supremacists in positions of power and disseminated to their supporters for one purpose only: to undermine the Black Lives Matter movement at the time. My best friend and I came up with an idea for a Pittersplatter song that would be written for Wastelands. The song is called "All Lives Splatter." In the chorus, the lyrics read, "Fuck your all lives matter. I say all lives splatter." This song was written as a direct threat to white supremacists and the all lives matter crowd. Wastelands was released in 2018, and All Lives Splatter became a favorite, especially at live shows that followed the album's release. During live shows, I always made sure to speak about how the song is an admonishing of racism and a middle finger to the All Lives Matter MAGA crowd. Pittersplatter, quite simply, is not for racists, or, furthermore, Donald Trump supporters. If you are one and you show up to our gigs, realize that we are the antithesis to everything you are. Last night it was brought to my attention that the phrase "all lives splatter" has been used on a meme that is being circulated by racists and bad cops. The meme depicts BLM supporters being run over and celebrating the fact that BLM protesters have actually been hit by cars very recently. When I saw this, I had to do some thinking about the future of my song. Symbols and phrases throughout history have been used by racists and fascists for generations to spread their cancer. And most of the time, those symbols and phrases have been appropriated for their own evil means. I am not saying that a mostly unknown electronic industrial band from Oklahoma had our songs stolen and then repurposed for the use of this nation's racists. I'd wager that the creators of the All Lives Splatter meme have never ever heard of Pittersplatter. That being said, the meme is gaining serious traction, and I don't want to have a song that could even be remotely confused with the chants of racist movements. Last night I had our 2018 album Wastelands removed from all online stores. I have never before edited or censored myself, but I'll be damned if I go on stage and yell a phrase that is now being used in the streets by ardent racists and racist sympathizers. My original plan was to cut the song entirely from all new releases of Wastelands moving forward and to replace the song with a previously unreleased track. This was my plan until I got a text from my best friend last night, the very guy who helped me come up with the original All Lives Splatter song. My friend JJ had come up with a new idea for the song, a new hook, and after adjustments have been made to this song, Wastelands will be re-uploaded to all online stores. I typically would not alter a song that has already been done and released. I'd rather trash the song entirely, but the idea that my best friend has for the revised version of the track is quite simply a blatant double down on the idea of threatening the All Lives Matter crowd by way of music. Instead of destroying the song, I am now able to give it even more teeth than it already had in its original form. I hope to have the album re-uploaded in the coming weeks. It will also feature the previously unreleased track that was going to take the place of All Lives Splatter. Those who have already bought the album can hang on to the original All Lives Splatter track, or you can grab the new version of the song for free, as we will release the track separate as a free edition. Pittersplatter has always stood against racism, dominionism, and authoritarianism. Again, let me make clear, if you align yourself in any way with racism, then Pittersplatter simply is not for you. We are actively against you. Pittersplatter stands with the Black Lives Matter movement. We stand with movements calling for the end of police brutality, the end of black men and women being killed by cops, and the end of racism all over the globe. If you have a problem with that, then you are the problem. It's time to hold policing to the highest standard. It's time to remove all the elected officials and politicians who have encouraged systematic racism, regardless of which party they claim. It's time to close the private prisons, to destroy the concentration camps that are currently active on American soil, with kids locked in cages for being born brown and foreign. It's way past time to forcefully stand up for minorities and marginalized communities all over America. It's time for action. We have made our beliefs blatant in our music, and I don't ever want there to be any ambiguity in those beliefs. Wastelands will be re-uploaded soon.